And now the news for Monday, September 19th, sponsored by Vaughn's Funeral Home of Boerne, Texas, a family-owned business serving the families in and around Boerne since 1992. They take care of everything, and their phones are personally answered 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Today's news brings us here at KBRN an opportunity to share a little bit of what we're all about. You see, this weekend, Boerne residents had a chance to participate in a wonderful community event. The word community is key to this story, so let's take a look at that word. Community, it's a noun. A group of people living in the same locality and under the same government. A district or locality in which such a group lives. A group of people having common interests, such as the scientific community, the international business community, etc. Well, in Boerne, it's obvious that community involves locality and government and also shared or common interests. Yesterday afternoon, there was a large crowd of Boerne folks gathered together at the new Fabre Elementary School. The district held an open house event, which included a ribbon cutting, tours of the facility, a variety of musical presentations, and of course, some speeches and introductions. You see, this school, Fabre Elementary, has a truly rich history. This is not just another school in the middle of this vast state which is Texas. No. The name Fabre is a name of honor and was selected as the name of the school, which was first opened in 1948. Fabre Elementary was named after the late Henry Fabre, a businessman, a civic leader in the Boerne community for many years. Mr. Fabre's grandfather, Julius Fabre, immigrated to Boerne in 1854 from Germany. Julius' son, Ludwig, took over the meat market that his father had established in Boerne. Ludwig's son, Henry, joined his father in the business as a youngster. Henry graduated from Boerne High School in 1912 and continued working with his father at the Fabre Meat Market. Henry also invested in cattle and over the years would go on to develop a sizable ranching interest. Mr. Fabre married his wife, Ella, in 1927, and they had 2 children, a daughter, Doris, and a son, Ray. Mr. Fabre was a veteran of World War I, a Mason, and a member of St. Helena's Episcopal Church. In 1934, Mr. Fabre was elected to the Boerne School Board, where he served in various leadership roles until 1950. He is credited with leading a drive towards school consolidation in the area and in establishing a school tax collection system for the district. Finances were such in that time that the school board members themselves, Mr. Fabre included, each contributed $100 to create the down payment on the Lohman Street property that today is the site of the original Fabre Elementary School. Yesterday's presentation included a welcome by Gilberto Hinojosa, principal of Fabre Elementary, presentation of colors and Pledge of Allegiance by Boerne Independent School District, Air Force, Junior ROTC. The national anthem was led by the combined school choir. The superintendent, the school board president, and the principal shared their remarks about the school's history and the new image and physical facility that will meet the needs of students for generations to come. Current and past students presented musical performances throughout the facility as self-guided tours moved through the building and grounds. An undeniable thing was happening at the event, and that is that the true spirit of community was in action, and hundreds of people were involved and felt a sense of pride in the great accomplishment that is our district's newest CHPS facility. It is a community that makes Boerne stand out among other cities and towns around this part of Texas. Even though we are growing and changing in many ways, Boerne is managing to maintain the feeling and very spirit of community that makes it a shining star. Here at KBRN, we wish to promote this feeling of community and to be part of this family that is Boerne. Please share the news with your friends and neighbors. Set a button on your radio for 1500 on the AM dial, and between sunrise and sunset, give us a listen every chance you get. If you have ideas for stories and programs, let us know. We want KBRN to be your favorite source for music from the 50s and 60s, and your favorite source for what is happening in and around Boerne. Help us grow as a part of this great community and be a part of that growth yourself. We think you'll be glad you did. You can send any ideas you have and want to share with us to 1500kbrn@gmail.com. Well, that's the news. I'm Tom Allred reporting, and now we'll get you back to those original hits of the 50s and 60s on 1500 KBRN in Boerne, Texas. And remember, Since you can be anything you want to be, you may as well be nice.